Welcome to your meeting minute for the Exeter Select Board's June 24th meeting. Town Clerk Andy Kohler swore in the new Assistant Fire Chief, Donald Matheson, and Deputy Fire Chief Ryan Booth.
The laws of the state of New Hampshire.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Tom. Laws of the state of New Hampshire.
And the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
In the appointments and resignations, Selectwoman Julie Gilman thanked outgoing Energy Committee Chair Renee Allen for her hard work over the years.
I'm happy for her, after doing all this work she's done for the town, to be moving on into actual retirement. That she's spent pretty much a full-time job between her various volunteering things and what she's done for the town. So it's with great appreciation but sadness that we actually let her go from the Energy Committee.
Up next, the board heard a brief recap of the Pickpocket Dam feasibility study. Jake San Antonio, chief engineer of the engineering consulting company VHB, went on to explain an overview of the feasibility study, explaining the alternatives that were evaluated, pros and cons for each option, and the cost associated with each option moving forward.
Pickpocket Dam, this project really started back in 2011 when the state issued a letter of deficiency. The last letter that we got from the Dam Bureau was a request for action, calling for, as you mentioned, Chair, for a decision by June 1st of this year. Paul Vlasich worked with the board to be able, or the Bureau to be able to extend that, but there's still a completion date to either modify and bring the dam up to compliance or remove it by the end of the calendar year of 2027.
The board then took questions and comments from the public.
There's been a dam there for 370 years, and there's been an ecosystem that has developed over 370 years, and that ecosystem will be drastically altered if the dam is removed.
I'm Denise Pulio.
And I'm Paul Pulio.
And we're the head speakers of the Kawasek Band of the Pennacook Abenaki people. And we just wanted to chime in real quickly, voicing support of removal of the dam. For nearly 13,000 years, we had the fish and water free-flowing in that region before colonial contact. And the dam stopped the fish flows. And removing that dam would return some of the ecosystem back to the way it should have been. And we are, as you may know, we are strong opponents for returning Mother Nature back to where she should be.
We're not deciding whether to remove it or not remove it. We're making a decision based on the evidence of our experts, based on the questions that folks have asked, and based on those answers, based on the testimony that we've heard in multiple public meetings and one public hearing thus far. But ultimately, it's going to be up to the legislative body of Exeter to cast a vote on whatever preferred alternative we recommend this evening.
I loved the way the Great Dam looked in the middle of Exeter's downtown, and it was why I was so torn. I really had a hard time emotionally thinking about that dam not being there. But what we have now is so much more beautiful and so much more alive that it's hard for me to imagine that we won't experience something similar with removal of Pickpocket Dam if that is the alternative that we pursue.
Ultimately, Dan Chartrand moved to authorize the town manager's office to implement a capital improvements project and warrant article to remove the dam.
Mr. Chair, I move that upon review of the feasibility study, all of the preferred options, as well as all public comments, both written and oral, we move to authorize the town manager or designee to implement a CIP and warrant article to remove the dam.
The board unanimously approved the motion. To watch the full meeting, visit our Exeter TV YouTube page. The next select board meeting is scheduled for July 8th. See you there.